It's official that those Mercury batteries aren't. These rechargeables are 1.2 volts. They're 1.5. It seems to be too much power. And just it fries it. Um, it's 4 o'clock. I've been up. I was up at 4 a few minutes ago. That was the plan, to get up around 4. So I got about 5 hours worth of sleep. A little less maybe. Um, it looks like the rain has stopped for the night, according to the radar. Although it doesn't really look like it, does it? Um, if that holds, I should be able to leave just about any time. I'm gonna be there around 10. It's an all-night dance club or all-night dance party tonight. Um, I've decided that the most likely nights are. Well, I'm gonna plan for tonight, Friday night, and Saturday night, and the turns out the show on. I knew the Friday night show was an industrial show. The Saturday night show is an industrial show too, so it's like a big industrial weekend for me, and that's like pretty cool. I didn't realize I don't really know any of the acts. I haven't really listened to a lot of industrial music in a long time. But I mean, I'd rather go to. I mean, if I could, I'd rather go to like a jungle night, like an IDM. If I could find a jungle weekend, that would be. But I mean, industrial second best, right? So, um, and I mean that. You ask me tomorrow, I might reverse it, right? It depends. One of the acts tomorrow night is the person that Trent Reznor has been delegating most of his workload to for many years now. Alessandro Cortini. Um, so he's largely responsible for a lot of the soundtrack work. He's been doing a lot of the programming, etc. Um, a lot of the work that's kind of under his name, kind of thing. Hint, hint. Um, you wonder why does Trent Reznor's sound change so dramatically whenever he works with somebody else? Well, hey, listen, I was a huge fan, but um, it, it, it was Chris Verena. He was the drummer in the early 80s, sorry, late 80s and early 90s. And of course, a lot of the guitar playing was done by Adrian Belew. I mean, I don't want to take him out of the equation entirely. I'm sure he did a lot of production, but I don't get the impression that he actually did a lot of writing. Sorry. Um, or at least not musically speaking. I'm sure. I'm sure nobody else wants to take credit for those lyrics, right? Anyways, so it's like an industrial all the way through, right? So that takes Sunday out, right? Sunday's the odd night out. Um, things could change. I don't know. We'll find out, but um, that seems to be what's going on. Also, the repayment issue. I've decided that it makes sense. Um, see, I was expecting to have to pay everything down on the 31st. I have an extra month, so why don't I split it in half? That would make, like, it would be silly not to, right? Why force myself to scrounge for a month when I can just split it in half? If I can split it in half, like June. I'm expecting June to be a quiet month, anyways. But I'll be able to go out a couple of times in June if I split it in half, right? So why not do that? Um, but I want them to actually take this, I want to walk in on the 31st and say, here's $160, take it, and I'll come back and I'll give you the other $160, right? If they don't do that, I'm going to be a little, I might want to just pay it right down if they don't do it, right? Because I wouldn't like that. But I also got to check, like, if you pay off the loan, does that trigger the interest or something like that? Did they get you on the trick? So I gotta, but I mean that's what I'm thinking in my mind. That's what I would want to happen is pay half on the 31st, the other half on the 30th. Um, I'm gonna just take this off. I'm getting something to eat. I guess I want to be out of here around 9. I'm gonna have to take a shower now. I wasn't planning on it, but walking around in the rain is kind of necessary now. So um, I've got. It's only 4 hours, huh? It's funny how time sneaks up on you. I should get going. I've noticed this before down here. This house is in some kind of vibrational center or something, because you can hear techno in the house from time to time, but then you go outside and you can't hear it, and it's not upstairs. So, like, there's some house around here that's playing it, and it's like, I think it's the ground. right? So it gets in the ground, and what I'm really hearing is the vibrations in the ground that are kind of coming out. So I'm an elephant. You like that? Anyways, I have to listen to that to see how close it was. You can't tell when you're doing it. But it's like it's 5:30. Oh, a little too early for me. It's not late, but I'm later than I wanted to be. I had to spend like an hour ripping the knots out of my hair. The rain really did a number on it this morning. I don't know if it's a combination of the dye earlier or what, but I haven't had hair that naughty in years. So that took a while. I think I'm almost done. I'm gonna be there early. I'm hopefully to be there hopefully for 10 still, but it's a little bit later than I wanted. So yeah, be out soon. Okay, same thing I wore last week, and in fact I went to the same place. The only difference in my hair is it's just like crazy. I don't know. It's like all knotted, frizzy, and like I said, I think it's the rain, but it might also be the humidity. I don't know. Kind of like a combination of the rain and the humidity and the dye. I don't know, but is it a bit too much? I don't know. See, it's one of those actually annoying situations where how good I look depends on my hair. Because if my hair is like all weird, then it's like a mess. It's like a grunge guy or something. But if I have my hair normal, then I look right, which is like the most annoying part of it, right? It's just like, anyways, I guess I need to be more careful about walking in the rain, and I'm on my way out. Missed the 9:30 bus by 2 minutes, so I got a half hour. That's okay. Waiting. Or at least I hope the bus is at 10. If it's not, it's at 10:30. Waiting sucks, but it's part of the process. When I moved here, I thought I could just take my bike over. Alas. I actually thought I could probably walk over. I'm guessing it's around 10 o'clock, very close to it, so we'll find out. Tonight is really just about dancing. Tomorrow night and the night afterwards are maybe a little bit more geared to the artists, but the thing I don't want to miss is the last set, and it doesn't come on until 3, so I have lots of time. It's just, you want to get there as early as you can so you can maximize the experience. If I end up catching the 10 o'clock bus, I'll be there, 10:30ish. But if I gotta catch a 10:30 bus, it's after 11, which is, well, it's a half-hour difference, right? It's not really that big a deal. It's more an experiential thing. But I can't do anything about it. I just gotta wait. That's the truth of it. And it seems to me like I'm waiting till 10:30. God damn it. I should be there a little after 11. Oh well. Still gives me like 6 hours. Right? Plenty of time. I just hope I get in. It's kind of the worry. The only other thing I know that's going on tonight is at Marble, and that's like an hour walk. It's too far. If I don't get in right away, I'm gonna have to hang out until I get in. I think I should get in. I don't expect it to be too busy tonight. We'll find out though. Yeah, I asked somebody. It's about 1/4 after. So I got about 20 minutes. I already had like 5 cigarettes. Yeah. Well, that's how this weekend's gonna be, and that's okay. I planned for that. I'm not a glass of water though. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna run and get a glass of water. What I'm more concerned about right now though is the weather, because like it said it was supposed to be dry, but it's drizzling. If I would have caught the 9:30 bus, I'd be there by now, right? I don't want to get stuck in the rain. Anyways, I'm gonna go run and get a glass of water. And if I had only spent 2 minutes less brushing my hair, right? The end, like the difference between 6 and 7 hours, it's sitting in a bus station for an hour isn't a lot of fun. But here I am. I suppose I need to be a little bit more conscious of these things. I thought it was every half hour, but that's I guess only on the weekends, or maybe it was up until maybe the last half hour one was at 9:30. I don't even remember. I need to study that schedule a little more carefully. No, it's because I run into this problem more often than not, right? I should really take steps to mitigate it and actually, get my head around what the schedule actually is. Anyways, it's about 20 after now. Soon. I was expecting this party to end at 5, but it appears that it ended at 4. The bus back at 6:09, so it appears that I'm getting some eggs. Despite not wanting to have to do that tonight. So be it. See, if they were open till 5, I could have just got a coffee. And I might have had to wait 20 minutes for the bus. But I can't wait an hour and a half for the bus. That's too much. So I need to get eggs. It's kind of an hour makes a big difference in terms of what I have to do for the remnants of the evening. It's simply too cold out for me to wait outside for an hour and a half. I need to get inside. So my options are I can walk up and get some eggs, or I can get a Coney Island up here. But if I get a Coney Island up here, I'm going to be waiting. So it makes more sense for me to walk down and get some eggs. But I mean, if I had the extra hour, I wouldn't have to worry about it, And that's what they told me. So they were open till 5. It seems like I'm always complaining when I come back. Should I get the point at some point? Am I enjoying myself enough to negate it? It is a reasonably nice evening. I just can't stay outside for an hour and a half. I'll get sick. Badly. I need to get inside. So it's like, if it was 5 degrees warmer, I could even hang out outside for an hour and a half. Although I'd probably have to deal with annoying cops. That's the other benefit of taking off and coming back, right? It's just a question of advertising things, right? The hour might seem like whatever, but it's kind of like how does that even happen? How do you end up an hour early? You just threw people out an hour early. You're not selling enough Red Bull. Yeah. I wasn't quite interested in a Red Bull. Anyways, it's the reality of things. I simply cannot stay outside, and so I must get eggs. But it's not how this was supposed to happen. Anyways. I'm almost at the Eggs place, and like there's construction going on the new Redwood Stadium already. Telling me there's gotta be like at least past 4:30, probably closer to like probably after 5. I'm thinking I might just get a coffee. There's a long walk back, you know, to the place and back to the tunnel. I don't waste some time, but I might just get a coffee. It depends what time it is. If it's past 4:45, I think I'll just get a coffee. I don't think it is. I did not intend to buy eggs this evening. I think I did intend to get a coffee at some point, like on the way home. But like, so if I gotta walk all the way down here and get a coffee and just sit there for a bit, that's how I get the coffee instead, you know. I think that's the trick. Because like I say, I think I spent more on beer than I wanted in the first place. I think I was budgeted, well, I brought extra money, right? I think I budgeted for 30 and I spent 40. You know, like, which means that I can get eggs, I can get whatever's on the menu, I can get a coffee, I can get whatever the fuck I want, but I don't. I was supposed to take that home with me, right? So, it's the broader weekend. I can sit around. I could sit down in this diner and buy whatever I want right now. I don't want to. I want to minimize the cost. So hopefully that's the coffee, but it's like I gotta work it out, right? It's what time I get there at. If it's past 4:45, I think I'm cool. It's the coffee. Is what I'm thinking. You don't have the time by any chance, do you? You have the time? 4:39. Okay. Thanks. So yeah, I'm gonna get there probably about 4:45 exactly. Which means I'm making coffee. I bought enough eggs here over the years. Weeks, anyways. I think they're obligated to let me hang out and drink a coffee. For the evening. Given that it is the movement weekend. Like I said, I was planning on buying a coffee on the way home, so that's not unexpected. I guess it can only work out to about $10 difference, which in fact is what I initially budgeted for, but I was hoping to get around. So I'm on track. But I don't want to buy a full meal here. Coffee's good enough. And hang out here for about 45 minutes. Like I say, that's the difference, right? Close at 4, close at 5. I gotta hang out here for an hour. That's how it is. Yeah. So it's about 4:50 now, and I just got a coffee. It's just. I'd rather be spending this hour dancing, but what do you do? Here I am, right? Like I say, it wasn't really an option. I had to find somewhere to warm up, and here I am. Coffee it is. I got about 45, well, a little less than that weight. And I gotta go. What do you say? How was the night though? I enjoyed it. It was. I was planning on it being 7, and then I had to cut to 6, and then cut to 5, right? Again, it felt too short. I expect tomorrow night to be much longer. So, yeah. I don't know, these nights feel short. It's just, they do. Anyways. I enjoyed it while it lasted, it felt short. It's like 10 after 5. another couple of minutes before I leave. Okay, so I'm walking home, and am I on budget? I am. I'm on the extravagant side of the budget. I'm gonna hope that I get a significantly reduced cover when I come in tomorrow early. And otherwise, I might have to keep this to 2 nights. It's not the difference between a cheap budget for this night and an extravagant budget was $10. So it's like I was hoping to do it for 30 and I did it for 40. Like, it's not much of a difference, right? So, but I'm gonna wanna. If I show up early tomorrow, cover, I believe, is much less. That's gonna be the difference whether I can do 4 or 3. Yeah. The extra $10 doesn't really hurt me for the 3. It does for the 4, unless I make up for it tomorrow. So, yeah. I am on budget. All is well. The way it worked out was I spent $20 on beer for the night. That was what it was like the abstract limit, right? I was hoping for it to be more like 12, you know, like it's minimum. Like, the difference is not much of a thing to concern myself with. Minor differences. But it's like, yeah. Hopefully that works. Like I said, hopefully that works itself out tomorrow. Otherwise, like I said, I planned for the coffee. I might get a taquito or something here at the 7-Eleven. That's a little bit more outside of the range than anything else, right? But I mean, if it's 8 to 10, if it's $8, might as well make it 10, right? Yeah. I'm playing with the reality there. That's okay. We'll see what time it is when I get to the store. Depending on the time I might get a taquito. We'll see. But that hour difference is more of an annoyance than a cost issue. It's not going to make any difference for the monetary aspect of the weekend. It's more just an annoyance, and I just wanted to point that out. So, because like I said, I was planning on getting a coffee anyways. If there's a price difference, it's going to be if I get a taquito. That'll be but we'll see when I get there. And it's morning in Detroit. Good morning. So I'm at the bus station. I did get taquitos. That put me $2.50 over budget. I think I'll be all right. And I've got about 10 minutes to wait. So I'm good. I have no further comment. No, it would have been nice if I could have just walked to the bus stop. It's not life. It's how it is. I'm going home and get ready to do this again tomorrow. It'll be later tomorrow. I'm sure of that. And this is a better time. Sorry, it's a better time of day to walk home through Windsor Inn. Last couple of times it was in broad daylight. Before that it was like dark. So, but what that implies is that it should be warmer, right? It should be summer-ish. It's decidedly chilly. Anyways, it's not too far. And I don't expect I'll have anything else to say when I get home. I'm just gonna maybe get something quick to eat and take a shower, hop to bed, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Don't have anything else to add for the day. I don't think. We'll find it. Okay, so excluding the lost hour at the bus stop and the lost hour at the end of the night, that was a good night. It was good while it lasted. It's just, why do these things always happen, right? It's like I get these layering issues, right? Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna take a shower and get a few hours worth of sleep. Tomorrow's an early day. I want to be there by like 6ish. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be tomorrow. Long day of dancing tomorrow, and that's what I want. Okay. Shower and sleep.